Your Wi-Fi router might be secretly holding back its true power. Not because it's old, not because your internet plan is slow, but because government regulations literally force it to operate in a restricted mode. Sounds crazy, right? But now, a brand new technology called AFC is changing everything. And in some homes, it boosted Wi-Fi speeds from barely usable to insanely fast. Today, we're breaking down the hidden Wi-Fi Power Boost most people don't even know exists. And yes, it's completely legal. When people complain about weak Wi-Fi, they usually blame the router. But the real problem is often something much bigger. Modern Wi-Fi 6E and Wi-Fi 7 routers use a powerful wireless spectrum called the 6 GHz band. This band is incredibly fast because it has more space, less congestion, and lower interference compared to older 2.4 and 5 GHz networks. But there's a catch. Governments around the world heavily regulate this frequency range. Why? Because critical systems already use nearby frequencies. Things like emergency communications, satellite stations, weather systems, public safety infrastructure. If a powerful home router interfered with those systems, it could create serious problems. So regulators limited many routers to something called low power mode, which means your expensive router may never actually use its full transmission power, especially over longer distances. That's why your signal suddenly collapses in another room, even when you bought a high-end router. Now this is where things get interesting. AFC stands for Automatic Frequency Coordination. Think of it like air traffic control, but for Wi-Fi. Here's how it works. Instead of permanently limiting your router's power, an AFC-enabled router constantly checks a cloud-based database. That database knows the locations of protected infrastructure nearby. If the system detects that your home is safely far away from sensitive equipment, it gives your router permission to unlock higher transmission power. Automatically. No hacking, no illegal modifications, no risky firmware tricks. Just smart coordination between your router and approved regulatory systems. And the difference can be massive, because now your router can operate closer to full standard power instead of being stuck in restricted low power mode, especially on the 6 GHz band. This means better range, stronger wall penetration, faster speeds at distance, more stable gaming, better streaming quality, less dead zones. And honestly, this could become one of the biggest Wi-Fi upgrades in years. Now let's talk about the part everyone cares about: real-world performance. Using an AFC-enabled Wi-Fi 7 router, testing showed a dramatic improvement at the farthest point of the home. Before AFC, speeds dropped to around 29 Mbps, slow enough to struggle with large downloads, cloud gaming, or multiple users streaming at once. But after AFC enabled higher transmission power, the speed jumped to over 500 Mbps. At the same location. That's not a small upgrade. That's a complete transformation. And the crazy part? The internet connection itself didn't change. The router simply gained permission to use stronger transmission power legally and intelligently, which means the hardware was capable all along. It was just restricted. But there's something important most people misunderstand. Wi-Fi communication works in two directions. Your router sends data to your phone, but your phone also has to send data back. And many phones, laptops, and smart devices have weaker antennas than routers. So even if your router becomes more powerful, your device may still limit overall performance. In some cases, old drivers, outdated operating systems, weak internal antennas, poor device optimization can still bottleneck speeds. So AFC improves the router side of the connection dramatically, but your actual experience also depends on the devices you use. That's why newer Wi-Fi 6E and Wi-Fi 7 devices benefit the most. The newest Wi-Fi 7 routers are designed for an entirely different level of performance. Some models now include multiple ultra-fast wireless bands, massive bandwidth capacity, advanced antenna systems, AI-powered optimization, multi-link operation, or MLO, MLO allows devices to use multiple frequency bands at the same time instead of relying on just one connection. Think of it like driving on multiple highways simultaneously. The result? Lower latency, higher throughput, and much more stable performance under heavy load. This becomes incredibly important in homes filled with smart TVs, phones, gaming consoles, security cameras, smart appliances, laptops, tablets, because modern homes no longer have just a few connected devices. Some homes now have dozens. And speed isn't the only thing evolving. Modern routers are becoming security hubs too. Some now include AI-powered threat detection, malware protection, intrusion prevention, smart device isolation, dedicated gaming ports, separate IoT networks, which matters more than ever, because every smart device connected to your network becomes another potential entry point for attacks. Segmenting smart home devices away from your personal computers and phones can significantly improve overall security, especially in connected homes. So the next time your Wi-Fi feels weak, remember this: your router may not actually be underpowered. It may simply be operating under restrictions designed for older wireless safety rules. And technologies like AFC could completely change what home Wi-Fi looks like over the next few years. The future of wireless internet isn't just faster speeds, it's smarter coordination, smarter devices, and finally unlocking the performance modern routers were built for. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden technology powering your everyday devices. And tell me in the comments, would you upgrade to an AFC-enabled Wi-Fi 7 router? Or are you waiting for the prices to drop? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.